Hi my loves, welcome or welcome back to the Hummingbird Coven. If you are new here, my name is Azulaje, and this is your 2023 Intuitive Oracle Guidance for my water signs. That's my Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and personal placements. So if that is you, this reading is for you. I'm going to invite you to grab everything that you need. You can pause this video if you need to. Grab your candles, your crystals, your tea, your water, your incense, whatever you might need, your blanket, because if it's a little bit chilly, some snacks, and settle in, cozy in. We'll take a few breaths together, and then I'm gonna move through a few messages for you. I have some downloaded messages, I have some pre-pulled messages that I haven't seen yet, and then I have some messages that I'm gonna pull for you for the overall energies, the moon kind of themes for the year, to see what is the major themes through each season: spring, summer, fall, and winter. So again, you can pause the video if you need to and come back. And when you do, we will take a few breaths together. I'm just going to take a sip of tea. So you can breathe in through your nose. Take a deep, big belly breath and exhale out through your nose or mouth. Inhale again. Lifting your chest, exhale, drop your shoulders down your back body. And again, inhale through your nose. And maybe exhale out your nose this time and try to elongate your exhale. So you can continue to breathe like that as I dive into your message, dive into your reading. Also, I don't know if I mentioned, but you can grab as well your notebooks and your pens, and your favorite pen if you want to take some notes so that you can look back at your notes, or you can also come back to this video throughout the year to just check back in and see how the energies are playing out for you or not. And you can let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you. Also, if the messages in this reading resonate with you, you can like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And for my patrons, thank you as always for supporting me since day one. And I'm excited to see how we're gonna grow together this year. So I'm excited for the future. I have a few things that are in the works that I want to share, but I think a few more steps need to get done before I share some things that I have lined up for the next few years with the Hummingbird Coven, some projects that I would like to complete. And I think I'm sharing that as well because that's kind of the energy that I feel like is coming through for the water signs in general. There are some things that you have kind of in the works. I'm going to read your message though for you. So this is a year of major change for many of us. And though uncomfortable at times, I heard, don't fight your flow. Tap into your divine connection and intuition to help you surrender to these changes. This purging and the new space, the new life, the new inspiration that awaits on the other side. Yeah. That's definitely, so for those of you who don't know, I have a lot of water placements, specifically Pisces placements. So I'm definitely feeling this energy with you. So yeah, I feel like water signs are going through some major changes. This is also anyone who's born in I want to say 94 to, or maybe even a little bit earlier than that, maybe even 92 to like 97-ish. We're around the time of our Saturn return. Saturn is about to move into the sign of Pisces. So if you have Pisces, or if you have Saturn in Pisces in your natal chart, Saturn is returning to that space. So you are either in your like moving towards your 30s, I think there's another return where you might be in like moving towards your 60s, and then the last one is moving towards like late 80s, 90s. I believe Saturn returns around every 28 to 30 years. So yeah, this is a time of major change. This is a time of, again, if you're kind of in your moving towards your 30s, we are officially kind of stepping into adulthood. Saturn is coming in with that discipline. Saturn is coming in with that kind of, yeah, it's kind of disciplining us, helping us to create structure in our lives. There was definitely a theme, especially in Capricorn season. So January of this year, 2023, December 2022 and January 2023, of what does it mean to parent ourselves? What does it mean to kind of be autonomous in a sense, live in sovereignty, in rule over ourselves, and be able to take care of ourselves and take responsibility for the things that we're creating, and the things that we're also leaving behind in terms of a legacy. Saturn helps us kind of understand that our position, if that makes sense, our position in society and the responsibility that we need to take on in this life to, one, be able to survive, but also to be able to contribute to this world in whatever way that we are meant to, in our individual destinies. So hopefully that's making sense so far. I want to, I think, get into these messages now. Again, I haven't seen them, but these are the overall planet sign and house that is supporting the water signs and the feminine, masculine, and union energies. And then I also have some clarifiers for these messages. So let me start here. Okay, so we have the North Node in Scorpio in, what is that, the 12th house? Yeah, 12th house. So Scorpio showing up in the reading. Pisces also coming through with this 12th house energy. Yeah, especially with Saturn moving into Pisces, there's an energy of finding structure, finding order, finding discipline in our spiritual spaces, in our spiritual practices, in our ritual spaces, in in the ways in which, kind of in those spaces where we're alone, where we're secluded, and we are simply connecting with divine, connecting with spirit, connecting with nature, is kind of coming through, connecting with divine love. Again, it's tapping into your intuition and your connection with divine this year to support you in the changes that are taking place and the responsibilities that you are having to take on as you move into this next stage of your life, into this there's kind of a maturity. There's also, I heard, a maturity in your spiritual gifts for some of you. So definitely, if you have been working, studying magic, there's a level up, there's a graduation, I feel like. There's a maturity, there's a growth that is coming through. I feel like you're unlocking new gifts even for some of you. Yeah, this can definitely be unlocking new gifts. It's very like sensory. This can be the clairs, clairvoyant, clairsentient, claircognizant, clairvoyant, clairsentient, claircognizant, clairaudient. Is it 4? I think so, right? The 4 clairs. But clear seeing, clear hearing, clear sensing, and clear knowing. Being able to further tap into your gifts to support you, again, in the changes that you are moving through. There's also an energy of like there's some hidden like mysteries are being revealed to you this year is what's coming through, like hidden mysteries. There's an energy, there's an energy of hidden, there's an energy of ancient, and spiritual mysteries are being revealed to you this year, my water signs. I'm going to read these cards for you though. So again, North Node in Scorpio in the 12th house. Have faith in the extraordinary power of prayer, seeking oneness with all there is. Do not worry about the highest and lowest aspects of philanthropy. Now is the time to control the situation and keep your involvement hidden. Yeah, I kind of feel like you're working your magic, maybe there's an energy of in the shadows is what I heard. But again, there's an energy of like seclusion. You're taking more time this year to be secluded so that you are able to work your magic. There will be purification to resurrect your faith. Success from the secrets of hidden tendencies. Benefit resulting from the power of large institutions or overwhelming events. Yeah, there's also an energy of like you might have sensed or you are sensing that you need to make a change or you need to leave a situation. And then when you do, you later find out like it wasn't clear as to why when you were making the change, but you just had a sense that like this was not, this is something about it just was not right, or there's something that was hidden that was going to be revealed and you like didn't want to be associated with it for some of you. But there was just something that, yeah, you just felt wasn't right for you and you decided to make a change, or again, this might be happening this year. And then when you make that change, it can be a major change. It can be, like some people might, again, not really understand why you're making it because it's not clear tangibly, but you have a sense, you have an intuitive knowing that you need to make a change, you need to leave, you need to take a step back, whatever it is. And then when you do that, it is then revealed the reason why, and everyone is kind of made clear as to why you made that decision. But I feel like at the beginning, people might not understand and you might kind of feel a little bit of resistance or conflict there potentially for some of you. Excuse me. Yeah, my throat chakra is acting up. This is being able to, like, the power of your voice is kind of what's coming through, like standing strong in your truth and speaking your truth in that way and saying like, I do not want to be a part of this, or I need to take a step back, or I need to move, or whatever the case scenario may be. You're learning how to speak your truth and not let other people's negativity shut those truths, those senses, those intuitive nudges down is kind of what's coming through. North Node is here though. You will see success from this. This is like you are following your destiny. You are following where you know you are meant to go in this situation. Your clarifier is Two of Cups. Yeah, so this is about making a choice. I just heard should I stay or should I go is kind of coming through. So take how this resonates. This can be coming through in different areas in your life. This could be a relationship. This could be some type of partnership. This could also be some type of employment situation. This could be like this could even be some like kind of shady work or something that's kind of maybe taboo and you don't want to be a part of it anymore, and so you're kind of getting out of it. Or this could even be something within like a legit institution that is being revealed, or a quote unquote legit institution or business or something like that is being revealed. But whatever it is, there's something about it that is, it's toxic, it's poisonous, is kind of what's coming through, and that's being revealed. You're making a choice, again, is coming through. You're making a choice to move towards, again, your destiny, North Node. And to allow, again, there was a message of purging, and allowing for a new life on the other side. Or what did it say? Tap into your divine connection and intuition to help you surrender to the changes, this purging and new space, life, and inspiration that awaits on the other side. Yeah, on the other side of this choice that you're making, and again, it's kind of a major change, it's a major choice that you're making to switch something up. There's new life, there's new inspiration, there's new love. There's an energy, it will be uncomfortable at first, but at the end of the day, you know this is the decision that is right for you. So hopefully that's making sense so far. I'm going to move into your feminine, masculine, and union energies. Yeah, so divine feminine, you have Queen of Wands and Mercury. This is giving me that speaking your truth energy, being confident in your decision to follow your passion, to follow that spark of inspiration, there's also kind of an energy of desire. Like this is something that you desire to do as well. Something has been calling you to move in this new direction. Again, for some of you, I am seeing this could be like your work in some way. For some of you, you might be, it could be like moving more into spiritual work of some kind, healing, spiritual or healing work of some kind, energy work. Others of you, this could be some type of performing as well. Queen of Wands and Leo energy is like being on stage, performing, being like the lead role, right? The lead character, the king of the jungle type energy. Leo the lion, ruled by the sun card. So again, being kind of the light, the star is what's coming through. So it could be, for some of you, this could be performing in that way. Leo does rule like acting type energy. This could also be like singing though, or maybe poetry, spoken word poetry. Yeah, so it could be something like that is coming through for you. Even like, I think I said acting, drama is coming through, even musical theater. This could be Queen of Wands and Mercury coming through. Mercury ruling communication, your words, your thoughts. And then Queen of Wands again, ruled by that Leo energy and the sun. This is your passion, this is your desire, you're a magnetic, very magnetic energy. Very desirable is what's coming through. Attractive is also what's coming through. I'm also seeing your words are very powerful. Your words are very powerful. Your words are inspirational, my divine feminines. Yeah, hold on to your truth. Hold on to your truth. Stand your ground is what I'm seeing. For my masculines, you have the Sun and you have the Prince of Swords. So similar energy for the masculines. Again, this kind of was the message that came through for all of the water signs. So both of you kind of shine your light and speak your truth is what's coming through for the masculine energy. So we have the Sun, demonstrate, realize, act like a leader, the creation of, the gaining of respect for or from, and things brought to life or light. Yeah, things are being brought to light. Things are being illuminated. Some truth is coming in. Some truth is being illuminated. This could also be represented in your physical reality. Yeah, this could be the masculine energy, but this could also be like your physical reality. Your feminine energy can also represent your spiritual reality or spiritual spaces, and then kind of physical, worldly spaces, if that makes sense. But there is harmony with these energies, I'm finding. With the feminine and masculine energy, there's harmony. Like, you're on the same page is kind of what's coming through. Which is very much, it makes sense with this 7 universal year ruled by the Chariot card that is ruled by Cancer, the sign of Cancer. But the Chariot card is about the light and the shadow, or the masculine and the feminine, being on the same page and moving forward towards their destiny, towards their purpose. So I feel like you're on the same page. You got the same message, or you're receiving the same messages, and you are now shining your light, or you're standing your ground and being honest, being true in who you are. And there's kind of an energy of what you're fighting for, but it's not really like fighting energy. It's just what you're standing for is kind of what's coming through. And also there's an energy of what you want to inspire, what you want to create. This is definitely leadership energy. It's using your words in an inspirational way. The Union energy, Aquarius, and 4 of Pentacles. For the Union. Yeah. 4 of Pentacles, holding on to something. You're holding on to something. What are you holding on to? You're holding on to your vision. You're holding on to this new, this different, this change that you're making. You're holding on to that truth. You're using an unconventional way to maybe help you to let go of what is not in alignment with this change that you want to make, but you're holding on to your vision. This is genius to experiment with. This is the discoveries of, again, there's something that you're discovering. There's something that will be revealed to you, that will be illuminated as to why you were meant to make this shift. You were meant to make this change this year. Resulting from the eccentricity of, again, this is something new. This could be, maybe for some of you, this is like an online business, or maybe like singing or acting or dancing, maybe making videos or something that you put on YouTube or some social media platform, maybe TikTok for some of you. This could be like maybe short poems or something that you're putting out on TikTok or whatever social media platform makes the most sense for you at this time. But this is kind of that type of energy. It could be dancing, singing, again, some creative type of something that's new, that's fresh, that's different, that's inspirational is kind of the key energy here. It's inspirational. It's a light. It's there's a kind of like you're leading by example is also an energy that's coming through. It gives hope, it gives optimism during this time, and I feel like this is an energy that's very needed because there's going to be a lot of Pluto is moving into the sign of Aquarius this year in March, I believe. If I can see that at all. Pluto. Yeah, it's moving into the sign of Aquarius, I believe, in March, and it goes into retrograde in May until September. No, until October. So, in Aquarius back into Capricorn as well. So Pluto is going to be purging things. This is going to be purging, so things related to Aquarius. So this is the internet, this is social media, this is societal norms and kind of systems, networks. This is unions, this is groups. This is also like humanitarians energy. This is new sciences. This is spirituality in that kind of sense, especially in the way that it's being kind of becoming bigger and more popular online. So that type of energy. This is also astrology is also linked to Aquarius. Aquarius rules the star card in tarot. So there's a connection to the stars. Orion is coming through, so something about Orion's belt. I've been seeing Orion's belt recently. Connected to Taurus and Venus. Yeah, so I'm seeing like some way that you make money online is kind of what's coming through. But Pluto is going to be purging all things Aquarius. So it's going to be purging the online world, the internet, the interweb, social media, all these things. And it's going to be purging up and kind of bringing to the surface what was hidden, what was toxic, and what needs to be purged, what needs to be removed from online, so that the online world can be a healthier space, because it is a kind of a world that we have created for ourselves, right? It is a world where we can interact with others, where we can trade, all these types of things. So it needs to be purged from now until Pluto moves through Aquarius from 2023 to 2044. So from now until then, this is the start of that kind of purging process. So there's a lot, again, that is going to be revealed. Some things that were hidden. Large institutions and overwhelming events in the world. There are some things that have happened, and there's some information or something that I feel like was hidden and is being brought to the surface. And it's going to be the validation that you need for the reason why you made the decision to trust your intuition and to switch your job or your relationship or whatever it is or was for you. So hold on to your vision. Continue to find new ways to do things, to get things done, to also, again, to inspire and to create is what's coming through. Hopefully this is making sense for you. My water signs, it's getting a little bit dark, so I'm going to turn on this light. I think that's okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that was the overall energy that is coming through for you. Again, the overall theme, overall planet sign and house, and the feminine, masculine, and union energies that are coming through for my water signs. I'm going to get into your moon messages for the year, again, through spring, summer, fall, and winter for 2023. Let's see what is the overall theme. Ooh, thank you for spring for my water signs. Let me just get all of them. For summer, thank you. Fall, thank you. And winter for my water signs, thank you. Bottom of the deck, communication is key. Again, my throat chakra was acting up at the beginning of this reading. I feel like you're finding your voice is what's coming through. You're finding your voice, and you're finding ways to better communicate your truth. Let me put this over here. I just heard this is a new expression. So it's a new moon in Gemini. I heard this is a new expression of your identity is what's coming through. Okay, so we have spring, Aquarius. Again, hold on to that vision. Show the world the real you. You made a choice. You made this choice. You made this change for a reason. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. This is there's an energy of things are coming to completion again. When this is revealed, whatever it is revealed, it's going to help to bring into completion. There's an energy of kind of like the sacrifice that you maybe felt that you made in making this switch as you move into this year. But you're going to see you're going to see the culmination of that. You're going to see the harvest. Full moon is the energy of harvest, the culmination of a season, right? Show the world the real you. Let me clarify. For my water signs, for spring, oh, thank you, that was quick. I achieve the 10th house, Capricorn and Saturn energy. Yeah, exactly. Saturn coming through that message. Oh, that I was sharing off the top. Sorry, I'm trying to, my light is kind of, let's see if I can move it back a little bit. That's kind of better-ish. These cards are also like reflecting, so. This is the house of fulfillment and social status. Here is where we see structures, corporations, tradition, ambition, public image and fame, discipline, achievements, recognition, rules, and father figure. It is also associated with power and authority, as well as the people who exert them. Again, I feel like you decided to make a decision to take authority over your life and to follow your intuition and to let go of old identities that were not old identities, old jobs, old environments, old relationships that were not in alignment with the truth and the uniqueness of who you really are. And you're now stepping into, or you again have either made this change already or you're making this change this year, and you're seeing the results and the success and the, again, harvest and culmination of you making that change for yourself and really stepping into your truth and stepping into your power, stepping into your authority, stepping into status, like stepping into a position where you inspire people. So this can be like, what are they called? Influencers, like social media influencers. This can kind of be in that area, in some way, shape, or form. Some type of content creator potentially for some of you. But this is, again, it's something that holds value for, there's an energy of like progression of the future, or what, again, what you're building for the future. Repressed desires is at the bottom of the deck. Again, I feel like this is something that you deeply desire. This is like your heart's desire. This is a passion that you have been repressing because society has told you that this is not something that you can do. Again, this might be maybe the change that you make, you're stepping into a more taboo space of some type. It could be magic, it could be sexuality or sensuality in some way. For some, it could be like selling alcohol or something like that. But like those types of things, intoxicants, and things that are kind of taboo and not really talked about are kind of within the realm of Scorpio energy. So any professions maybe in those spaces that were not recently accepted by society will now be accepted by society is kind of what's coming through. So you have created a business for yourself. Okay, summer for my water signs. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Scorpio coming through for the second time. So again, this is gonna be not easy. This will have its challenges, and fears will still come up, especially because there will still be some people who still are not accepting of your line of work. I just heard. Yeah, with your line of work, with your profession, is kind of what's coming through. So it's about working through your fears, working through kind of your fear of what other people might think about you. Also working through the fear of the challenge itself is kind of what's coming through. Like, this is a new direction and you are destined to move in this direction, but it is going to be hard, and sometimes that's hard for us to when we're going through those hard times, be like, why am I going through this? Right? So it's about working through those fears of thinking that things are not going well, and understanding maybe the lesson, I feel like, in what this particular challenge is bringing up for you, so that you can hone your power, is kind of what I just heard. Maintain your control, your composure is an energy that's coming through. Let me clarify. Work through your fears for the summertime for my water signs. Thank you. Last quarter. Transition, letting go, forgiveness, adaptation. Yeah, this is the last quarter, I feel like, of that old cycle, of that old world, that old life that you used to live in. This is the last quarter of that. You are transitioning into this new reality. So it's about letting go. It's about allowing space for forgiveness, and allowing yourself to adapt to the new situation, to the new reality, to the new life that you are creating on the other side of this purging that is taking place. I create. What are you creating now? That you have the authority, that you have autonomy over your life. What are you creating? Now that you remember that you are connected innately to the Creator, and that you are here to create. And there's an energy of, again, Queen of Wands is coming through. It's like holding your wand, holding your light, right? What is the light that you are meant to shine in this world? What is the role that you are meant to play? Is kind of what's coming through. And it's stepping into that role, knowing that that's the truth of who you are and who you are meant to be. Stepping out of roles that you were forced into, and stepping into the role that you are meant to play in this life. This is the house of self-expression. Again, I heard a new expression is coming through. And the pleasure of showing who we truly are. Here we see one's creativity and artistic vision, how we like to have fun, playfulness, and pleasure, games of chance, love affairs, and also children. Yeah. Some of you might be working with children, or maybe this is like an energy of like a vision of the future, like the world that you want to create for your children to live in and your grandchildren to live in. Like, this is an energy of legacy, of ancestry. Opposite of Aquarius is Leo. We are in the Aquarian age. Again, Aquarius is the energy of the star. Leo is the card of strength in the deck, but Leo is also ruled by the sun, which is the biggest star in our solar system. So again, it's about the light that you shine in this world, and your role as a future ancestor, right? I say that for that reason. We are connected, and we are light filled as well, right? There is a light, a star, a spark, something that resides within this vessel that connects us to Creator. And it's about understanding again, what is the role that we play? What is our passion? What is our purpose? What is our destiny? North Node. What did you come to create? Luck is on your side. Another new moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side because you're moving in the direction of your destiny. Focus, and don't be afraid when things slow down. This is fall. Pretty much for the rest so we have no retrogrades this year, in 2023, in February and March, and that's about it for the rest of the year. After that, we have retrogrades starting in April with Mercury in Taurus. And then, as I mentioned, we have Pluto retrograde in Aquarius into Capricorn until October. And then we have some other planets going retrograde in between that. So things will inevitably slow down. You may feel like you're being pulled back, but trust that you will be shot forward. If there is any reason that you are being pulled back, it's for your protection. Is kind of the energy that's coming through. Luck is on your side. Trust that you are abundant. Is kind of the energy that's coming through. You will receive the abundance. You will receive the prosperity that is being promised to you. Trust in what you know. Sagittarius energy. And where you know you're meant to go as well is coming through. Clarify, luck is on your side for my water signs for the fall season 2023. Thank you. Conjunction, unity, autonomy, individuation, inner self, self-motivation, concentration, and personal interests. Conjunction. This is 0 degree. 0 is a number of infinite potential, infinite possibility. This is a new moon. When the sun and the moon are conjunct, possibly in the sign of Sagittarius. When the sun and the moon are conjunct, that is the end of fall season, or the last astrological sign in fall season before we move into winter season. But the new moon in Sagittarius, pay attention to the new moon in Sagittarius. That's when the sun and the moon will be conjunct in the sign of Sagittarius. Let me see when that is. Actually, I should be able to see that. New moon in Sagittarius, December 12th, 2023 at 6:32 p.m. is the new moon in Sagittarius. Yeah. So moving towards the end of the year, I do feel like this year, again, this is kind of the culmination of that old cycle, and now you're prepping for this new, you're purging and you're prepping for this new world, this new life that you're creating, this new inspiration, this new purpose, whatever it is for you in 2024. So I feel like in fall season, you're now kind of seeing how far you've come in the spring and summer seasons, and also since 2022, I feel like, in terms of the ways in which you have transformed back into your most authentic self is kind of what's coming through. And then you're being shot forward into this new world and into this new reality. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. Yeah, so in the winter of 2023, that's when you're going to start to really take action towards this new life, new world. You're still kind of letting go and completing cycles in the spring and summer. However, I feel like these fears they like it might be new like new challenges, new fears that's coming through because it's a new moon. So it's like an energy of work through the fears that are stopping you from this new beginning is kind of what's coming through. And then in the fall season, it's trusting that luck is on your side. Things are coming into alignment, coming into conjunction, right? Is coming into alignment so that you can be shot forward into your destiny. And look at these like fiery energies as we move into the new year or into next year, 2024. Right? You're coming from this more intuitive, cooler energy where you're releasing, you're reflecting type energy. You're allowing things to kind of transform and you're more in your intuition. Again, I feel like you might be more kind of not like to yourself, but just aware of who you're kind of sharing your energy with as you go through this completion and transformation. And then as you move into fall, winter, you're taking action towards this new world that you've created. You're taking action in this new world. Let me clarify. Oh, sorry. Bottom of the deck for conjunction is first quarter. So you have the last quarter, again, the end of that old cycle, and then the first quarter of this new cycle. You're starting to move into, as things start to align, now it's the first quarter all over again. It's a new game, I just heard. Right? The last quarter is the fourth quarter in a game, if you're thinking, like if it's sports, right? If it's a basketball game or something, it's the last quarter, this is the fourth quarter of the game. It's the last one before it's done, or unless we're going into overtime. But we're not going into overtime because we're wrapping up that cycle, and a new game is coming into alignment, right? We've leveled up. We've beat that other opponent, and now it's a new opponent that we got to face to get to our success, to get to our championship, to get to our goal, if that's making any sense for you. So now it's a first quarter of a whole new game. We have making decisions, obstacles, taking action, and momentum. Again, I feel like your momentum, if you felt like you were being pulled back, well, you're about to be shot forward. The momentum is about to pick up as we move from fall into fall season. Or actually, that's kind of the end of fall season. So into this winter season is then you're going to start to take action. So let me clarify. Winter 2023 for my water signs. Last card, please. Winter 2023 for my water signs. Thank you. Waning gibbous. Look at this. In terms of the images on the picture. The images of the moon. Releasing, gratitude, nurture, act of service. So for some of you, again, you might be stepping into service in some way, stepping into the spotlight, into a space of inspiration. Releasing in gratitude. Be bold and make the first move. Again, like make sure that you are holding no weight. Like nothing is holding you down or holding you back when you step into this new year, into the new year next year, right? Release, have gratitude for your journey, have gratitude for how far you've come, and have gratitude for the blessings that you are about to receive, for the choices that you have made. Even if they were uncomfortable, if they were hard, you were able to work through them, you got through them, you trusted your intuition, you maintained your faith, and you will be rewarded as we move into the future. Remember to nurture yourself through this process, because it's definitely not easy. Yeah, Venus at the bottom of the deck. Definitely make sure to nurture yourself, nourish yourself, self-love, self-care, soul care, right? To make sure that you're balanced as you move through this year. Venus. Taurus and Libra are ruled by the planet Venus. Venus is a sign of love, pleasure, values, and possessions. So again, for some of you, this could have been stepping out of some old either relationship, Libra energy, or like contract commitment of some type, or old work job situation. Kind of like resources type energy. This could be like investments, even something that you were invested in. You made some type of change in one or both of those areas in your life, and maybe it wasn't like fully clear to you as to why before, but you had an intuitive nudge, an intuitive knowing that you needed to make the choice to change and to allow yourself to grow in a different way. And because of doing that, or again, for some of you, this might be happening in 2023. And so as you move out of that old, of that toxic, of that unhealthy cycle or relationship or job or whatever it is, one, divine is going to bless you with the revelation, the illumination of why you made that choice. And also they're going to bless you with a new relationship or a new business partnership that is more in alignment with your destiny, with where you are going as we move into 2024. And then it's about being brave enough to trust enough, to have faith enough to take that action. That is in alignment with your values. Take actions towards what gives you pleasure, what gives you purpose, what gives you passion. What do you love to do is also what's coming through. So hopefully that is making sense for you, my water signs. That is your message for 2023. I will have the second half of your reading, which will be your individual messages for my Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces in another video for you. I'll have that linked in the description box down below for you, as well as a few other videos and just other information about myself, about my channel, and the decks will also all be in the description box down below for you. Make sure to, again, like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who you might think might benefit from this reading, from this guidance for the year ahead. And I will see you in my next ones. Thank you so much for watching. Happy healing. Bye.